Good morning. You are watching Agenda on Signal TV channels 8 and 250. Today is April 24, 2020. It's a Friday, and it's the day when we discovered or we are reminded that the more things change, the more things remain the same. And I'm referring, of course, to the President's announcement regarding the enhanced community quarantine, where the President basically said we're extending it to May 15. Now, just the highlights, the ECQ will be extended up to May 15 in high-risk areas, and as expected, it's going to be the same for the NCR, Region 4A, the Calabar Zone, for Panay, Cebu, and Davao provinces, and some high-risk areas that will be subjected to rechecking. Now, the good news in all of that is that the airports and seaports will probably be open or will be open for logistics operation, meaning flights will resume, but strictly or primarily for cargo deliveries, because that is needed now, because we really need to have all the logistics moving between the three main islands of the Philippines. Now, the other good news is that the president seems to approve of the suggestion of Senator Christopher Bongo for the Balik Probinsya program. We we ourselves have mentioned that. In fact, we discussed that concept with Alfred Romualdez, mayor of Tacloban, who suggested that on the show also, that there is a need for a Balik Probinsya program. First and foremost, because we have thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of workers, of employees, and of basically people living in the provinces who got stranded in Metro Manila during the ECQ. But on the long run, Senator Bongo has emphasized the need to launch the program to decongest Metro Manila and to ease the burden of government. So anyway, let's get on with the show. And to start off with, let's do a few of the headlines from the Philippine Star. The local government units continue to face challenges in distributing the cash aid through the Social Amelioration Program, or SAP. Interior Secretary Eduardo Año said that among the challenges are identifying the qualified beneficiaries and distributing the forms while maintaining social distancing. Several mayors, including Valenzuela's Rex Gatchalian and Pasig's Vico Soto, have made statements saying they are facing the same issues, saying some of the people find the need to go out despite the ECQ just to make copies of the forms and their identification cards. As such, Secretary Año said some LGUs are asking for an extension to distribute the cash subsidies. Meanwhile, 500 Filipino COVID patients are joining a drug trial to help find a cure for the virus. The said trial, which is led by the World Health Organization, may start today, April 24. It will take place in 20 participating hospitals in the country. Right now, the health department is just waiting for the shipment of drugs to be used in the trial. In other news, Malacanang supports the move of the Foreign Affairs Department to file two diplomatic protests against China. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said, with or without COVID-19, we will continue to protect and push for the integrity of our national territory and sovereign rights. The protests filed against China stem from the pointing of a radar gun at a Philippine Navy vessel and the declaration of a Philippine territory as part of Hainan province. For those of you who are of the Islamic faith, Ramadan starts today, and President Duterte extends his greetings to our Muslim brothers and sisters in the country. In a statement, the president echoes that may the occasion give us peace amidst the adversity and challenges we face each day. Like all other activities, Ramadan is also affected by the COVID-19 pandemic as Muslims start the observance of the season without the nightly Taraweeh prayer in mosques. Okay, now let's go to our first interview. We have been picking up a lot of news items and complaints and problems concerning overseas workers or workers who are about to be deployed abroad but are stranded in different areas, particularly here in Metro Manila. We will try to get the administrator of the OWA, Mr. Hans Kakdak, on the show. Okay, I just got an information here that Hans Kakdak couldn't make it because of a connection problem. We will go for a quick break. When we come back, we will reconnect to our interviewee here on Agenda. Okay, you're back here on Agenda. Please accept my apologies for delays. This is the problem of work from home and internet issues. I've got great internet here, but somewhere along the line, everything just kind of gets scrambled, particularly today. Today, even our guest lineups are getting scrambled because everyone's reacting to the president's announcement and decision regarding ECQ. But having decided to extend the ECQ for 2 weeks, Our question now is, how are people going to react to this? Not just in terms of, whether they like it or not, but the ill effects of being confined to a space for such an extended period, and in this situation, a month and a half. Now let's go to our well. Now he's our first guest today. We have with us John Carandang. John, welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, good morning to all. Yeah.
Okay, now, John, let me ask you. I I've been seeing things kind of escalate slowly. Thank God, slowly. But I have been seeing people getting more vocal, more. People are kind of now reacting to the
Yes.
ECQ, especially with the authorities telling them stay home. Medyo lumalabas na yung pikon, yung asar ng tao. Could you share with us what you know in terms of the effects of placing a person or group of people under this kind of quarantine for an extended period? Because in the States, I think you realize there are ongoing protests already. Lumalabas na sa kalye and nagiging problema na.
Yeah. To be honest, hindi kasi tayo ready for this na with this kind of quarantine. It's not our culture not to have a social distancing. So at this point in time, we are still in the period of uh, time of uncertainties. So lahat talaga walang kasiguraduhan. So like for instance, our president, our government declared na 1 month ang enhanced community quarantine, and then biglang nag-extend ng 15 days, and then now all hanggang May 15 pa ulit. So yung burden ng tao, it really difficult for us kasi hindi talaga natin alam kung ano yung kanilang coping mechanism when it comes to ECQ. Like for instance, for those who are work from home, or those who have work from home, they can generate money for that, so they can sustain their financial needs or their physiological needs. What about the those who are no work, no pay? Talagang malaking bagay sa kanila na after this, talagang they have to, whether they like it or not, magkasakit na kung magkasakit, they have to work para sa kanila, ganon ang mangyayari. Sabi nga
Mm.
ng isa, wala akong pakialam if what we call this, magkaroon ako ng COVID. I mean, these are the people na talagang um, signs of desperation. Should I say desperate? The desperation na talagang they are all desperate na to survive. So kaya asahan natin na yung anxiety level ng mga tao tataas. Like kasi because of they do not know what to do at they are still uncertain for the next coming days.
Okay, now how does this is there a medical term for this? Yung kasi tinatawag natin buryong, steer crazy, some people say depression, but is there a medical term for this?
So far wala pa naman, pero there are times na we can call it COVID-19 anxiety. I should
Okay.
probably ang ating pwede natin i-coin because we are all anxious, to be honest, not to the
Mhm.
point na pathologically, but we are still kasi in the time of uncertainty. So mean to say, because of this COVID-19 pandemic, ang dami ng mga paranoia, like for instance, paano yan kapag after nitong COVID nito, ECQ, baka mahawa na ako. So we are all paranoid. Or
Mhm.
sometimes naman, ano mangyayari sa family ko kasi we are all uh, have no connection. So still, may issue pa rin tayo dito sa physical distancing. So talagang hindi tayo ready for this. Kaya
Mhm.
sinasabi nga ng ibang mga expert na after this COVID-19 pandemic, ang susunod probably is the mental health issues. Kasi dito pa lalabas yung mga sabi na nating effect ng COVID-19 pandemic.
I remember a friend of mine who was illegally detained I think in the 90s. He
Mm.
was he was framed up, illegally detained for like 3 nights, and then we managed to get him released. And I remember that for several days after his release, the only thing he wanted to do was maglakad ng maglakad, to keep going for long walks. And I didn't really think about it until after about a week, and I said to him, what's happening to you? You never liked walking in Metro Manila before because it's hot, it's polluted. But why are you suddenly spending so much time walking? And when we sat down about it, apparently the trauma of being in a cell affected his sense of freedom as an individual. Now, meron yung Filipinos now who are experiencing ECQ, is it similar to being in jail or being in prison?
Yes, possible. Possible po, sir. Because we are, because of our actions, we are all limited here. Kumbaga, even ako, personally, I'm very excited to lift this ECQ, and I have a lot of plans na kung anong gagawin ko. So kasi
Mhm.
talagang it is not our culture na tumambay lang sa bahay. You know what I mean? It's, basically, we lost our freedom. Like for instance, going out para lang maglakad during nighttime is not our, it's another a big adjustment for us. Kaya
Okay.
marami asahan natin na after this is will be a full of talagang a new normal, ika nga. Talaga maraming lalabas at maraming sasabi nila, yay, tapos na ang ECQ, something like that.
Okay, now, but I don't want people to, I don't want to agitate people.
Yeah.
Kasi, syempre, una, as a journalist, ino-observe ko, you as a clinician or as a, as a practitioner, you study it, you log down the behavior. But after that, there must be solutions. Kasi naiisip ko, may mga madre, may mga
Yeah.
pare, there are people. I know one or two persons who they are. The term escapes me, pero they've devoted their life to life of prayer. So
Yes.
I remember mga panahon ng mga magulang natin, they are called mga mongha or
Yes.
monks, no? Now, is there a way where kahit na ang liit ng bahay mo, even if you are confined in such a small space, you can actually do it? Because I mean, now parang gusto ko na lang manood ng kung fu eh. Yung
Yes.
mga nagme-meditation.
Yeah. It can be like that kasi if we have this kind of different perspective. Kasi ako personally, in my personal, I've been working for many years. So this ECQ has been an opportunity for me to take rest. Pero there are some people really don't like this kasi they are not really used to this. Kasi talagang biglang lockdown lang tayo after 48 hours tapos lockdown na or quarantine na. Kumbaga hindi na condition yung mind ng tao. Kumbaga, COVID-19 was been in since early January, but hindi natin to na-perceive na ito pala magiging epekto ng quarantine. Kasi ang alam natin will be sa may sakit lang iko-quarantine. I remember my friend who is now in a quarantine due to COVID-19. So nag-negative na siya. Sabi niya, pare, ang hirap pa lang mag-quarantine, mag-isa sa ospital. Sabi ko, tapos sabi niya, pagtapos ko nito, hindi pa rin ako makakalabas kasi may stigma. So, imagine mo yung maraming mga pumapasok sa isipan mo. So much more tayong nawalang sakit, talagang ang dami pa rin papasok sa isipan natin na it will be really difficult for us to adjust. Na sana, nung mga time na bago pa mag-quarantine, in-explain muna sa atin kung ano yung pros and cons ng ECQ para na sa ganon na paghandaan, hindi lang financially or physiological needs, even the psychological needs.
Okay, John. I mean, that's water under the bridge. Too late for that now.
Yeah.
Now, what are the coping mechanisms available, or ano ba yung mga technique? Kasi pag iniisip ko yung mga nakakulong, when you study prisoners, they form gangs. Then they start having tattoos, and then they start doing yung mga kanilang mga artwork. Ships in glass bottles, etc. Can you give our viewers some idea of how to cope even in a confined space? Kasi kahit na malaki pa yung hacienda mo, kung ikaw lang mag-isa,
Yes.
wala kang kausap,
Mabubuliw
bulong ka
talaga.
pa rin.
Correct. Kaya nga, in my Facebook account, I show how to lessen the burnout during the EECQ kasi talagang burnout is real, right? The pagiging burnout. So I just want to spell out the burnout, the BURNOUT. So first, letter B is let us be productive at all times. So it is not merely na nasa bahay ka lang, nunod ka lang ng movies. It's okay yan. But still, you have to find ways or time na ano pa ba yung pwede mong gawin aside from watching movies, aside from checking your social media account. Letter U is unite with your loved ones. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it is still an opportunity for us. Actually, to be honest, natutuwa ako kasi marami mga Pilipino ang nag-reunite when it comes to, social, they are more intimate when it comes to social connectedness, also the use of social media.
Yeah,
And
I,
letter,
I have I have friends who are now doing group chats
yes,
via video. Kasi kahit na hindi sila makalabas, pinag-uusapan nila yung mga motorsiklo nila, yung mga
yes, correct.
plano, yung mga trips nilang gagawin.
And
Okay.
it will become a good help for them. And then letter R, please remind everyone that the practical ways on how to flatten the curve. Kasi parang ang nangyayari kasi, yung social distancing is hindi pa nila naiintindihan kung ano talaga yung epekto ng social distancing. Kasi hindi natin kultura yung social distancing. Filipinos are very, touchy person. We love hug, mano, kiss, etc. But still, pag naintindihan natin to, pinaintindi natin sa mga bata to, and the same time, maging culture natin to, you are very much be careful about it. Letter N, it is a time for us to nurture our soul. Kaya nga sabi nga namin, mga mongha, di ba, nung time na yon, uso yung mongha, yung monastic life. At the same time, kumbaga, if you have this kind of spirituality, it can be a good thing for you to increase your spirituality para na sa ganon, kasi naniniwala ako, idle mind is the workshop of evil. So kapag wala kang iniisip, okay, if you have no time to, to meditate or to practice yoga or something like that, ang daming mga negative thoughts na pumapasok. And
It's interesting, John, because I've also noticed that there are now more and more groups who are doing online, how do you call it? They meet online on a fixed hour. Some do it in the morning, some do it just before dinner. And nakikita-kita sila online. And then they will select someone who will choose a subject matter, a topic,
yes,
or a Bible verse, and then they will discuss this in the application in the context of their life now, in comparison to their past life or their future plans, and then they will all start doing praying. And I mean, we're coming from a time when linggo lang tayo
yes,
nagsisimba,
correct.
nagdadasal, and then now I for one am part of a Monday, Wednesday, Friday group, and I know our church, Victory Christian Fellowship, are doing prayer services every morning. So
Correct.
that I think that really helps a lot for people,
Yeah, kasi
Catholic, even Iglesia, etc., to form their own groups and start doing this.
kasi nakita ko yung effect ng what we call this the fellowship, okay? Na
Uh-huh.
talagang meron kang makausap. To validate your feelings, not only your psychological well-being but also your spiritual well-being. It's very for me, it's very important. Kasi talagang at this point in time, makikita mo ang daming mga online masses, online preaching. It will really help for people to lessen down their anxiety at this point in time. Kaya
Does
totoo yan.
does confinement enhance people's fears? Yung parang biglang nagkakaroon ba sila ng recognition of mortality? Because I know a lot of people have suddenly realized, I may not have a job after this. I
Yeah.
may not be able to go back to the industry. Pero nag-iisip na ba ang taong, what if I get COVID? Does the confinement accelerate the sensitivity to this reality?
Possible yan. Possible, lalo na sa mga taong exposed talaga. Like for instance, I'm now doing an online telecounseling for the frontliners
Okay.
right now. Most na mga nakakausap ko is talagang they are really have this kind of fear na uh, baka sila yung mahawaan. Kasi ang dami nating mga frontliners na, they are very much exposed. So talagang ang wala silang gagawin kundi umasa sa poong may kapal at the same time, to check their physical well-being and psychological well-being. It's really difficult for them. Especially talagang nowadays, talagang hindi natin alam kung sino yung mga kalaban natin, okay, na nakikita yung COVID na yan, kung nasaan o sino may hawak.
Okay,
So,
now
it's a lot of full of uncertainties.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry I interrupted you earlier. So you already reached N,
Yeah.
nurture our soul. So
Yeah.
what's the OUT?
The letter O is the open your communication to your friends by checking their well-being. Yung simpleng kamustahan lang, sir. It's very important kasi maramdaman lang nila na meron taong nag-care para sa kanila, bawat isa sa
Okay.
atin. And then the letter U is please use your talent to share positive thoughts in social media. Kasi nakikita ko puro rant, puro hate. It will also help us to, to develop a mental health. Kasi mas maganda kung kung mag-share ka ng positive thoughts or biblical quotes para to increase, the moral of the person. And letter T, ito pinaka-importante. We are both in a very spiritual person. Let us thank God because yourself and loved ones are still safe. So, every day kapag yung kaibigan mo, kapag anak mo nasa bahay lang at safe sila sa COVID-19, walang nangyayari sa kanila, let us thank God. It's a blessing. So kapag marunong ka maging if you are gratitude or grateful, remember that gratitude is a great attitude. So, thanking God is somehow releases your, anxiety, your burnout at this point in time of uncertainties.
Well, that's your best line there. I think in that last paragraph of yours
Yeah.
is gratitude is a great attitude.
Attitude.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, kahit magkano lang yung nakuha mong, ako personally, kahit magkano lang nakuha mong relief goods, kapag marunong tayong magpasalamat, kasya yun eh. I mean, it's not imposing a certain religion or whatsoever, but let us try to think na there's a good thing behind na safe ka pa rin. Safe pa rin yung pamilya mo. I mean, di ba, compared kung meron kang kamag-anak na COVID positive, so it's another issue. But still, meron ka pa rin pera, meron ka pa rin pagkain, kahit paano, na pinagsasaluhan, it is a blessing for us.
Okay.
Kaya bababa rin yung anxiety level mo. That's my personal opinion. Yeah.
Well, John, you've been a blessing this morning. I'm sure
thank
that
you.
people who are listening or who are watching will be able to at least pick up a few things. And we hope that you will stay strong, stay safe, and stay healthy. And God bless you, John Karandang.
God bless you too. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that's John Karandang, and very good things to know because right now we're going to be here in Metro Manila. We're going to have to go for another. Well, not the week isn't even finished. 2.5 more weeks, and we need to be aware. We need to recognize that we are under confinement. There are ill effects of the confinement. We need to be conscious of them, and we need to do something about it. I'm not asking these questions to kind of stir things up. No, I'm asking these questions so that you become aware. And when you are aware, you can take a protective stance. Now, speaking of protective stance, let's go to our next guest. Our next guest is a Brigadier General. And he's also, I consider him a friend, a great source of information. We have online Brigadier General Edgardo Arevalo. Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sito, and to all our televiewers. Magandang umaga.
Alam mo, kanina, no, nagwa-warm up tayo ng connection natin. Pinag-uusapan lang natin generalities. But I think the picture has changed after we all heard the president's announcement, particularly his unrestrained anger against the NPA for attacking a convoy that was just bringing food and medical supplies. So I understand you've just met with the AFP Chief of Staff. Ano po ba ang galaw dyan ngayon sa mga kampo? Given the new set of extension, what are the plans?
Well, una sa lahat, Sito, ang ating position ngayon ay Well, with regard to the changes doon sa ECQ, kung doon muna tayo pumunta,
Yes.
well, kailangan nating magawa ng ika nga readjustments sa ating troops deployment sapagkat may mga areas na wala sa ECQ, merong punta sa general community quarantine. So magkakaroon tayo ng adjustments But so far, I think ang buong National Capital Region remains to be at ECQ. So yung napag-usapan natin kanina na magkakaroon pa rin tayo ng ating rotation ng ating tropa. Supposed to be, ang rotation is every 14 days but itong unang grupo na napalitan lamang sila after a month. So we'll endeavor to achieve the every 14-day na replacement or rotation ng ating tropa na kasalukuyang nakadeploy. We already have 2,480 sito na nakadeploy ngayon sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Kamaynilaan, and that includes already the newly deployed 800 reservists na voluntary reservists sito na nagmula sa kanilang LGU kung saan sila nakatira at doon sila nag-perform ng kanilang pagtulong sa kanilang local government units. At reservists that they are, sila naman ay pinamumunuan ng mga regular members nating AFP na sila ang nagsisilbing leaders nila as they perform their assistance to the local government units.
Okay, just clarifications on some points, General.
Sure.
We are now revolving troop deployment. Yung pag nagpapalit ba tayo ng mga tropa, like you now have 2,480 personnel in Metro Manila, when you change, when you replace them with the next shift, iiksian nyo yung deployment because we have discovered that prolonged deployments also increases the risk of infection and fatigue. Now, what about testing? Pag nagpapasok ba tayo ng new troops to man the checkpoints in Metro Manila or in the other quarantine areas, do our personnel have to be tested, or are they selected because they are not they are asymptomatic or they're free, COVID-free? Paano ba yon?
Nawala ka sito.
Nawala ba? Okay, hindi. Tinetest ba natin yung mga tropa na dinideploy bago dalhin sa mga checkpoints?
Yes, if I got you correctly, you were asking kung na-test ba yung mga tropa natin na nadi-deploy. The answer is yes. Unang-una, ating priority sa ating test yung may mga symptoms, and dinidetermine naman natin kung sila ay positive sa COVID-19. So far sa nakita natin, ang na-test na positive ay hindi naman talaga doon sa RITM test. Okay, ang kinailangan nating gawin ay yung ating quick or rapid testing. So far meron nag-positive sa rapid testing, pinavalidate natin yan sa RITM, but so far nag-negative naman sila. So ang bottom line, when we deploy our troops, we make sure that they are properly equipped when it comes to personal protective equipment. Hindi naman exactly yung PPE that we know kung ikaw ay nasa front line sa isang hospital, but we provide them then of course with masks. And then may mga face shield din tayo yung ibinibigay sa kanila, gloves when it is necessary for them to wear gloves dun sa mga area na talagang they are in direct contact. So ang bottom line, nagsagawa rin tayo ng sarili nating test. At sa katunayan, meron din naman tayo mga quarantine facilities sa Armed Forces na naitayo na sa iba't ibang kampo natin to make sure na kung may mga kailangan sa atin na i-quarantine at kinakailangang dalhin sa quarantine facilities na to, meron tayong mapagdadalhan para sa ating mga sundalo. Naiulat ko na rin sito na sa buong Armed Forces of the Philippines, nagkaroon na tayo ng 35 ng mga nagpositibo sa COVID-19. Ano to, yung tinatawag nating gold standard. But ang
Yeah.
magandang balita diyan, ang magandang balita, 29 na ang nagsigaling at naka-recover na at ngayon ay nasa sa kanila na uling trabaho.
Okay, now,
Assignments.
next question, General Arevalo, kasi lagi nating nasasabi ang mga reservist. And maraming tao, there are a number of people who don't really understand the concept of reservist because most people think there are ROTC cadets. And when you say ROTC cadets, people start to worry, why are we sending the college kids out into the battlefront? So, sino ba itong mga reservists na ito? And where do they come from? Excuse me.
Well, medyo pangit talaga yung linya, no? But I will answer according to how I understood you. Yun po mga reservists natin, pangunahin po dyan ay yung mga nag-graduate ng ROTC. Kung ikaw po ay nakagtapos ng basic ROTC, then ikaw po ay reservist na, no? But kung ikaw po ay nakatapos ng advanced ROTC, yan po ang pwede na siyang entitled na siya na ma-commission sa ating armed forces bilang isang opisyal. Ganon din po yung mga professional natin na gustong maging bahagi ng reservist force. They follow certain regulations, certain requirements, at pag na-satisfy po nila ito at na-submit at na-satisfy yung mga requirements na ito, they are being commissioned as an officer or enlisted as a enlisted personnel ng armed forces. And yun pong ikatlong uri ng o hanay ng ating mga reservists, ito po yung mga nag-retire sa Armed Forces of the Philippines after having served the armed forces for X number of years. Sila po ay automatic nating binibilang sa reserve force. Whenever ang organization po ng reservist force ay kapareho din ng structure ng ating armed forces. May company, may battalion, at may branch. At whenever they are being deployed sa anumang contingency, ay sila po ay pinamumunuan ng or under sa isang regular member ng ating armed forces. At para sa kaalaman po ng lahat, ang atin pong mga reservists ay napakalaking tulong sa ating armed forces. Sila po yung tinatawag nating force multiplier sapagkat sa maraming panahon ng pagsubok, kagaya ng mga kalamidad, nandun po sila tumutulong sa atin. And even peacetime, Sito, nandiyan sila, nagkakandak ng medical, dental mission, veterinary mission, may mga engineer din silang tumutulong sa atin sa pagpagawa ng mga proyekto. And just to mention, Sito, maraming hindi nakaalam nito, kahit po sa giyera sa Marawi, nag-participate ang ating mga reservists, although they are not in the front lines. Nandun sila sa rear, they assist in caring for the sick, for the wounded, nating mga sundalo, at yung mas mahaba ang ipinaglingkod, kasi nung bandang middle, hindi na na-deploy yung ibang reservists, but yung ating mga communications and electronics engineer, tumulong sila sa atin sa larangan ng komunikasyon between and among our troops, at napakalaki ng kanilang naging silbi sa ating naging laban sa Marawi.
Okay, now going to the announcement or yung sentiments ni President Rodrigo Duterte regarding the NPA and the Abu Sayyaf, napansin namin parang taking advantage yata itong mga kalaban ng AFP. Is it just by coincidence, or are you seeing a renewed activity of both the AFP and the of the Abu Sayyaf and the NPA?
Naku, Sito, medyo napakalabo. Pwedeng pakiulit nung tanong mo?
Okay, yung bang NPA, Abu Sayyaf, taking advantage ba sila o ordinary day in the battlefield lang ito?
Sa nakikita natin, they are taking advantage of the situation, kung hindi pa naman pagti-take advantage yung ginagawa nila, let's remember na kinakaharap ng bansa at ng mundo itong napakalaking problema ng unseen enemy natin dito sa COVID-19 pandemic. At sa kabila ng katotohanan ito, tayo naman sa armed forces ay hindi humihinto. Since day one, alam mo naman yan, we are already in the front lines of the fight against COVID-19. But our campaign against these terrorist groups, particular itong Abu Sayyaf group, ay nagpapatuloy sapagkat yung mga terorista na yan, hindi naman yan kumikilala ng pandemic. Hindi nga yan kumikilala ng ng Pasko, Bagong Taon, no, ng mga kapanahunan, ano. Whenever they have the opportunity, they will attack our communities. At yun po ang ayaw nating mangyari, lalong-lalo na kung hindi tayo mag-ooperate, magkakaroon sila ng slack time, baka magkaroon pa sila ng plano o pagkakataon na makagawa ng kanilang terrorist activity outside of Sulu. So this conduct of our operations ay napakalaga to confine them in Sulu, and at the same time, of course, ating man-neutralize yung banta nila, hindi lamang for this period and up to the time na talagang man-neutralize natin ang banta ng teroristang grupong Abu Sayyaf. Now, with regard to the New People's Army, this terrorist group, are likewise, we say that are taking advantage of the opportunity na meron sila para umatake sa ating mga sundalo. Kung hindi nila irespeto ang ceasefire na idineklara, na unilateral ceasefire na idineklara ng ating Pangulo, para mas higit nating matutukan ang paghahatid serbisyo sa ating mga kababayan, dapat irespeto man lamang nila yung sariling ceasefire na sila mismo ang nagdeklara, yung sarili nilang unilateral ceasefire. But as we have experienced in the past and we have experienced again in this period, na nagdeklara sila ng unilateral ceasefire nila, binaviolate nila ito. Sa katunayan, may mga sundalo tayong namamatay sa kanilang patraidor na pag-atake sa ating mga sundalo na either nagbibigay or tumutulong sa mga local government official sa patid doon sa mga sulok na barangay at sitio natin upang makarating yung mahalagang tulong ng ating gobyerno sa mga maliliit nating kababayan, ay naatake nating mga sundalo, ano? At in these instances, itinanggi pa nga nila yung nangyari diyan sa Balanggiga sa Eastern Samar, na inaagawan nila ng relief goods o ninanakaw nila ang kakarampot na nga na nakuha ng mga kababayan natin, kinukuha pa nila. And then may nangyari na naman ganyan dito sa Himamaylan, sa Negros Occidental, kung saan 3 ang namatay nating sundalo diyan na inatake rin itong mga teroristong grupo doon sa panahon na sila naman ay nagbibigay ng area security doon sa mga tropa natin na tumutulong sa mga local government official. And then itong nangyari na naman sa Aurora na siyang ang pinanggagalingan o pinaguhugutan ng ating Pangulo. So ito po yung sinasabi natin, kung sila man ay nagugutom o nahihirapan dahil sa nangyayaring lockdown, pwede naman po tayong makipag-ugnayan sa ating pamahalaan upang maging sila ay ating matulungan sa pamamaraan ng kagaya nitong paghahatid ng mga relief goods. Makipag-ugnayan lamang po sila sa kanilang mga local chief executive, lalong-lalo na nung panahon na umiira lang unilateral ceasefire buhat sa magkabilang panig sa gobyerno at sa mga teroristang grupong NPA.
Okay, I'll have to leave it at that, General Arevalo, but at the same time, nananalangin po kami na gagabayan ng Panginoon lahat ng ating mga sundalo at matigil na itong hindi magandang paglalaban-laban ng mga Pilipino laban sa kapwa Pilipino. Thank you for all your inputs, General, and please stay safe, stay strong, and stay healthy. God bless you, sir.
Maraming salamat, Sito, at sa ngalan po ng AFP, sa pamumuno ni Chief of Staff, si General Filimon Santos Jr. Umasa po kayo na ang inyong sundalo ay laging tutugon sa oras ng pangailangan, at hiling po natin sa ating mga kababayan, makipagtulungan na po tayo sa ating pamahalaan sapagkat ang tanging hangarin po nito ay mailigtas ang mas maraming Pilipino buhat sa banda nitong COVID-19, dahil kung hindi natin gagawa ang enhanced community quarantine, patuloy na lalaganap ang virus at marami makakasakit, ma-overwhelm ang ating health facilities, tayo pong lahat ang mahihirapan.
Okay.
Magandang umaga po.
That's Brigadier General Edgardo Arevalo of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Now let's move on to our governor for the day. Let's go up north. We have online Governor Dakila Kua of Quirino. I hope that there we go. The young, good-looking governor of Quirino. Magandang umaga, Gov.
Magandang umaga, Sito, and to all our viewers na imbag nga bigat kada tayo amin po.
Okay, Gov, how are things in Quirino? How is the COVID-19 situation? And how are you coping right now?
Sito, as I've said, na kami ay medyo pinoproteksyonan siguro ng Panginoon. So far, up to this day, we are still COVID-free in Quirino Province. We have now about 3 suspects or PUIs dating tinatawag natin, and about 260 or 70 na yung mga for observation, yung dating PUM. So hindi pa namin binibitawan yung category ng PUM dahil it helps us monitor and count numbers and track these people and make sure they are okay.
Okay, that's great news na up to now wala pang COVID positive cases, and I'm sure that you are really checking at every entry point to Quirino. Pero kamusta naman po ang economy ng Quirino? We are very dependent on your province for many agricultural products, and how is the situation there in terms of the local economy?
Yung siyempre tulad po ng the rest of the country or kahit na the rest of the world, it has really slowed down. But sinunod naman natin yung mga guidelines ng national government, which means we've prioritized food production. And dito naman sa Quirino ay agrikultura ang aming kabuhayan dito. So marami pong farm activities na pinagpatuloy. So nagpatuloy po yan under the supervision of barangay captains and barangay tanods. Kaya papasalamat ako sa ating mga frontliners na barangay officials. No? Sila talaga ang nagmamanage ng situation. So patuloy naman po yung mga farming activities. Ang nagiging issue nga dito Sito is how do we now help these farmers with their products at paano natin to dadalhin sa ibang probinsya. Pwede pa rin naman ang movement of goods, hindi naman natin pinagbabawalan. Pero ang problema, syempre siguro yung mismo nagdadala may agam-agam. No? So yun siguro kaya dahilan kung bakit medyo bumaba ang frequency, intensity of traveling of food.
Okay, now wala pa ba tayong coordination with the national government, the Department of Transportation and the Department of Agriculture? Because dito naman sa Metro Manila, mahal pa rin ang ang presyo ng mga bilihin. But I understand that in your part of the country, it's the farmers are complaining that farm gate prices are low and they are having surplus.
Well, there's some silver lining in every situation, Sito. I think kung maalala natin a couple of years back when we introduced the liberalization of importation of rice, medyo nangilo yung mga rice farmers natin dahil nagsibabaan ang presyo ng bigas. Pero ngayon, medyo nakakabawi sa ganitong panahon ng rice farmer kasi medyo maganda ang bilihan ng presyo. Pero, that's always a balance, a delicate balance kasi pagka nagtaas sa presyo ng bigas, nakikinabang ang farmers, ang rice farmers natin, pero nahihirapan naman yung buying public, no? So that's always a concern, a delicate balance na inaayos natin. But in this case, as far as Quirino is concerned, meron naman kaming enough supply. But I think kanina napanood ko rin po ang report ni Secretary Dar, and he is saying that food production is still well underway and capacities are still okay. And I'm glad that he is looking into that. So yung rice talaga ang kailangan nating tutukan dito kasi yung ating usually na pinagbibilhan, no, yung Vietnam and other countries are tending to stockpile their own rice. So doon tayo dapat magtuon ng pansin. And I think naman na nagre-respond naman ng mabuti ang Department of Agriculture.
What about corn? Pasensya ka na, Gob. I'm not too familiar with the agricultural products of Quirino. But what about corn? Hindi ba malakas din ang corn dyan sa area ng Pilipinas?
Yes. This is still, Cagayan Valley is still the #1 producer of corn. And in this area, we feed all the livestock. No, yung corn kasi ang main ingredient for feeds ng mga baboyan natin, mga bakahan, mga kambingan. Yan po ang kinikater natin. So malakas pa rin naman. Malakas pa rin ang production ng corn. The supply is good. there's enough to go around. That's not a critical concern.
But
Ang
are you planning
self-sufficient.
to increase, because as you pointed out, other countries are clamping down, reducing their exports for their own food security. Kailangan naming mga magmamanok at magbababoy yung mais galing sa Quirino, sa Cagayan Valley.
Tama yun, Sito. So, yes, that's what we're doing now. In fact, nag-meeting kahapon ang DA regional office dito. And for the past 2-3 weeks, we've already been talking about food security of Quirino Province. So, what we're doing is calculating the supply for our own domestic consumption dito sa Quirino. And then, ina-assist na namin yung mga lahat na hindi namin kailangan at surplus, tutulungan namin yung farmers namin na ilabas. So, we have also started scheduling the production. So, tulad po ng mga irrigated areas for rice, schedule namin na yung iba agahan na yung planting at yung iba mas delayed naman para hindi magsabay-sabay, and there will be continuous supply at least for our province and those who will get the products, our surpluses, possibly in Metro Manila.
Okay. Final question, Governor. What about tax collections? Kasi sabi kanina ni Secretary Sani Dominguez, yun na yung pinoproblema niya. They have low tax collection now because Metro Manila is basically at a standstill. What about the province of Quirino? How is your tax collection and income generation in the province?
Yung Quirino province itself, the local government kasi Sito, if I may explain, no,
Yeah.
is not dependent on our tax collection. Ibig sabihin kasi ang revenues namin from real property taxes are not significant. That's why we have decided to declare an amnesty under this COVID situation, so that yung mga hindi pa nagbabayad ng kanilang real property sa Quirino province, hindi na namin hahabulin, para tulong na lang yun sa pamilya, parang ayuda na rin yun. So
Okay.
that's what we did for our real property taxes. Now, what we need to do is to make sure that our commerce remains to flow, our farmers remains to continue to do their production activities, and we're able to market these products. I think ang importante yung pera na mapupunta dun sa mga pamilya at sa mga farmers na constituents namin para umikot ang local economy. So
Ayun.
that's what we're trying to facilitate nga po sa mga food security meetings natin.
Okay, well, that's very sensible strategy, and we hope that we wish you all the success, and we will continue to pray for all our countrymen in this situation. Thank you for joining us this morning, Governor, and please stay strong, stay safe, and stay healthy. God bless you.
Stay safe also. Ingat po tayong lahat. Thank you.
Okay, that's Governor Dakila Kua of the province of Quirino. Now we will go for a 2-minute break, and when we return, we hope to catch up with the rest of our lineup this morning on Agenda. Okay, you're back here on Agenda. I'm Cito Beltran, and you are watching us via Signal TV channels 8 and 250, as well as Facebook Live via One News PH. And now we go to someone who I caught on, I think it was Facebook Messenger or Viber, and I was surprised because I hadn't heard from him from a long time. I consider him to be a friend. You know, he's one of those friends that you don't really get to see often, but when you see each other, there's that connection. And I'm speaking, of course, of a veteran actor. He's a household name, Mr. Leo Martinez. Sir Leo, nandiyan ka ba? Don Robert?
Good morning, good morning. Finally, nagkita rin tayo. Miski sa sa video lang tayo.
Okay na yan. Am I coming across clear, Sir Leo?
Yeah.
Okay, buti naman. Ngayon,
I said mabuti nakita tayo miski ganitong sa TV lang tayo nagkikita. Pero
okay.
nagkita at least.
Okay. Ngayon, na-surprise ako doon sa pinadala mong video eh. Kasi sabi ko, wow, kakaiba. It was a different Leo Martinez that I saw on the video you sent out, which has gone viral, by the way, on Facebook, where you may panawagan ka eh. Pwede bang paki-explain mo na lang doon sa mga tagapanood natin?
Oo.
Ano yan? At mukhang seryoso ka.
Kanya nga. Kasi, naisip ko, ito yung sa amin, yung sinabi ko nga doon, para sa amin na taga-Balayang Batangas, napakasimple ng sitwasyon natin ngayon. Ibig ko sabihin, dahil dito sa COVID na ito, napalitan ang buhay natin. So, nagsasuggest ako ng palipas oras. Sabi ko nga, wala na naman tayong, pagkatapos ng COVID na ito, anong pupuntahan natin? Wala na naman tayong greener pasture doon sa abroad na pupuntahan. Wala na naman magbibigay sa atin ng limos tuwi na pag nahihirapan tayo. So, sabi ko, tayo na lang, tayo mismo ang gagawa ng paraan para tayo'y mabuhay. So, ang sinasabi ko, ipagmalaki natin ang ating bayan. Pagmalaki mo, palipas oras, tumingin ka sa paligid mo, tingnan mo kung ano ang maganda, mabuti at marangal. At yon ang ipagmalaki natin. Magagandang tanawin, magagandang asal, mabuting tao, mabuting pamamaraan, marangal na mga ginagawa ng tao. Yan, sabi ko, pag natutuhan natin ipagmalaki ang ating bayan, magigising ang ating pagmamahal sa bayan na kailangan natin ngayon.
Okay, matanong ko lang. Kasi I support you 100%.
Okay.
Talagang gagawin ko yan on my own. At actually, ginagawa ko na. Medyo nag-uumpisa na ako mag-video vlog. Pero hindi dahil, alam mo na, di ba yung iba nag-vlog dyan, panghanap buhay. Sa atin naman, para lang makatulong sa iba. Ngayon, matanong ko lang, ano nagbago sa'yo? Kasi nung nakita ko yung video mo, ang akala ko makikita ko si Congressman Manik Manaog o si Don Robert.
Pero naisip ko, nagsimula ako nitong na ito, noon ngang na-lockdown tayo, nagsimula ako dito kay Congressman Manik Manaog. Pero sabi ko nga, si Congressman Manik Manaog, kailan lang nag-75 years old na. So, 15 years anniversary ng senior citizen para hindi masyadong masakit sa tenga. Anyway, sabi ko, kailangan naman ngayong panahon ng wala tayong siguro kailangan magbago tayo ng pananaw para hindi yung alam mo naman si Congressman Manik Manaog, know it all, pero tanga naman, wala namang kabaligtaran pala sinasabi. So, yun ang napag-isipan ko.
Sige, interviewin ko ngayon yung seryoso na Leo Martinez.
Ay,
Okay.
oo,
Ngayon,
hindi ba?
matanong ko lang.
Oh,
Hindi, seryoso, Leo.
okay.
Matanong ko lang.
Mm.
I'm sure katulad ng maraming Pilipino, napag-isipan mo na maigi itong COVID-19. And you correctly pointed out, there are no longer any greener pastures,
Oo.
no more alms from richer nations because
Correct.
everybody got leveled. Now,
Correct.
dito sa atin sa Pilipinas, ikaw, ano ang na-realize mo, napagtanto mo na pagkatapos itong ECQ na ito, baka ganito na yung buhay ko. Ano yung nakikita mong magiging buhay ni Leo Martinez sa panibagong mundo?
Well, si Leo Martinez may artista. So, I mean, actor. Actor. So, babalik kami sa trabaho. Hindi lang namin malaman kung kailan. So, pero yung iba na permanent yung pagkakaano nila, baka mahirapan silang makabalik, no? Doon sa ano. Pero sa amin, we're confident na makakabalik tayo sa trabaho. Yun lang, kailan. And saka, anong babalikan natin? Hindi naman pwedeng we go.
Oops, okay. Medyo nawala yata si Leo, na disconnect tayo. We will try to reconnect with Leo. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm even on air, but okay, we're trying. We're calling again, and you know, it's important that because what Leo Martinez is telling all of us is come up with your own videos, come up with your messages on Facebook, on social media, and talk about the good things that you see around you, sa paligid mo as Filipinos, and even to our friends who are watching from abroad or foreign viewers. If you see something nice, because I know there are a lot of expats. I'm married to a foreigner here in the Philippines, and they also see a lot of nice things about the Philippines. And if we could all just put together those videos, those posts on Facebook, we might be able to highlight positive things and replace. I mean, honestly speaking, honestly, as your anchor, as your host here on the agenda, I can't wait for the day when I can do regular interviews just like I was partially doing with Leo Martinez, because I'd rather talk about positive things, about good things. But, you know, half of the time we have to dish out all of the statistics, all of the problems that's going on around the country. And I guess that's what Leo Martinez is trying to counter. If each and every Filipino with a cell phone, with a computer, with a camera, can go on social media and come up with a message, a video that's about the things you're proud of. In fact, I'm reminded, and forgive me, those Bible memory champions. But I remember, I think it's in Philippians or Ephesians, you know, whatever is good, whatever is pure, whatever is kind, whatever is joyful, you know, let's post that on Facebook. Let's share it with the world, and with Filipinos in general, in particular, so that we can all have something to look forward to. Like, I look around me right now. I mean, hey, we're not freezing. I love the weather. I love the sun, and I would do that. This past few weeks, I've been doing video, which I haven't shared because, you know, I'm not exactly an expert in it. But I did a video of planting seedlings, etc. Let's get Leo back, because it's actually his idea, not mine. Okay, Leo, are you back there? Okay, we're reconnecting with Leo. Leo, calling Leo. Okay, that's our problem with this newfangled technology of ours. It's a hit or miss, but in any case, Leo Martinez is asking all of us to post, video, share good ideas, things you are proud of, things that are positive, so that we can encourage others. Now, before I end the program, I just want to make a shout out to all the governors, mayors, city councils, provincial councils, etc. Parang awa nyo na po, even yung mga village associations. Parang awa nyo na po for the sake of the Filipino in the new environment, in the new world after COVID. Please allow and open up your areas so that the telcos can put up cell sites. We will not have a fluid, sensible, efficient telecommunications setup for as long as you are all, many of you are blocking the construction of cell site. Let's go to Leo Martinez. Ay, salamat. Pareho tayong nangangapa, kabayan.
Oo nga, pareho tayong hindi sanay dito.
Okay. Anyway, so ituloy mo yung ideya mo. Sabi mo kanina na talagang makakabalik ka sa trabaho, may hanap buhay pa rin kayo, no problem sa kabuhayan. Pero sa pamumuhay,
ang suggestion ko lang naman, palipas oras. Wala rin lang tayong magawa. Kanya ako nag-suggest ng palipas oras na ang sabi ko, gawin na natin ang palipas oras natin ay ang pag-usapan natin ay yung maganda, yung kultura natin.
okay.
Kasi ang kultura naman natin, kailangan naman talagang i-preserve natin yan. Hindi naman atin yan. Pamana ng ating kagalingan at karangalan yan. So yun ang, pag nalaman natin ng bawat tao ang kultura natin, baka pupuntahan na tayo sa bayan. Sa ating bayan, pupuntahan nila. And exactly, sabi ko nga, God has perfect timing. Kasi kanina, nung nakikinig ako doon sa address ni Presidente, yung idea nila na balik probinsya, sabi ko, eksakto yan doon sa iniisip ko. Kasi nga, kailangan bumalik tayo doon sa ating probinsya kasi nandun ang ating kayamanan. So doon ang source ng commerce natin, siguro dyan ang manggagaling.
Alam mo, Leo, ako ay pinagmamalaki kong bilang naninirahan sa Pasig, pero ang puso ko nasa Lipa. Dahil lahat ng mga alagain natin.
Ang kaping barako, doon ang galing eh.
Sige.
Doon ang galing sa
Okay, ganito na lang, Leo. Gagawa ako ng hashtag Leo Martinez Challenge. Every time meron kang mabuo, pakipadalan mo naman kami at mailabas namin din sa programa. And sana mag-take off ito dahil napakagandang pampalipas oras. Maraming salamat, Leo.
Sito, isang ano lang kasi napakinig ko yung psychologist kanina. Napakinig ko yung psychologist kanina tungkol dun sa, sabi mo nga, nag-gathering kayo, may ginagawa kayong mga kung ano-anong projects. Yung sa akin, I happen to be a teacher of No Acting Please ni Eric Morris. And to get, we have to express everything that we feel. Para kasi yung yun ang kailangan nating gawin pag nag-iisa tayo, express everything that you feel. Kasi yung unexpressed feelings, toxin in your body. Kanya, iwas sakit. We have exercises for that. Maybe we can reserve that for another session. But I am so, because we have to express everything that you feel para hindi tayo nabuburyong, hindi tayo na-i-stress. Pag hindi mo na-express, nagiging sakit yon sa loob, yung unexpressed feelings. Okay? So yun lang.
Huwag na nating pahirapin, Leo. Bigyan mo ko ng araw, anytime between 8 and 9:30. Bigyan mo ko ng araw next week, and it's a date.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you,
Thank you
Sito.
very much, Leo.
We'll see you.
Okay,
Okay.
please stay safe, stay strong, and stay healthy, and God bless you.
Okay.
Okay, that's Leo Martinez, ladies and gentlemen, and that wraps up our day, wraps up the week, and we thank God that we are on air. We are struggling, and we ask you to bear with us, be patient. I'm in particular learning all about technology, but as we go forward, I pray that the good Lord will bless all of you. And forgive me, I couldn't remember the Bible book or the verse chapter, but whatever is good, whatever is pleasing, whatever is joyful, whatever is righteous, whatever is good, and whatever gives praise to the Lord, that please share, dwell on that, and may God bless all of you. Thank you. That's Agenda.